May 15th, 2014, WIKISPEED, Lynnwood, Washington, United States shop. I'm here with Conrad, John, and I just met you again. Brad? Yeah. And Greg. Thank you guys. And earlier today we had Justine, and before that we had Mohammed, Hafeez, and Jorge, and maybe even someone else I forgot. What we're demoing right now is here's a modular knuckle prototype that Conrad's holding, and we measured and I think got centered the steering rack. We measured the distance between the inside of the modular knuckle plate and the inside of the suspension plate at 6.5 inches, if we got that right. So that means 6.5 inches is the length we need to suspend when we connect these guys to our A-arms to allow us to turn.
Your heim joints.
Yeah, our spherical rod end bearings or heim joints. Okay, so we got that measurement, which required assembly. Then all of these gentlemen together, especially Greg, helped assemble 1, 2, 3, and 4 modular steering knuckles. These small ones are the rears with small space to fit the rear calipers, and these larger ones are the front with larger spaces to fit the front calipers. And we'll mount the calipers probably next Thursday. Now the bearings were pressed in by Conrad with cheering on and some help from Justine using the bearing press. And what Conrad found is by placing a piece of wood on the bearing first and wrapping it with a hammer to start the bearing, it helped set it on the right path and helped correct it so it could slide right in. After much debate, we decided the side of the bearing that would point out is the side that has writing on it. Here it says, I'll read it to you. Here it says, well, NTN is the brand. Yeah, NTN AU0933-7 Japan 13022700423 is facing the hub or the wheel side, and they're 2006 to 2011 Honda Civic front bearings, EX, DX, LX, but not SI. It uses a different diameter bearing. So we decided that those point out. The Honda repair instructions said the end that faces out has a brown marking on it for the magnetic sensor for the wheel speed sensor, but we weren't able to find the brown marking anywhere. So we decided from looking at YouTube videos of other people changing that this is the face with the writing on it that's towards the outside.
Also has a smaller divot.
The face that does not have writing on it and also has a larger channel in it, we decided is towards the inside. Then before that, Mohammed and Jorge set up a time-lapse camera on this laptop so we can film time-lapse videos from the shops now. And Justine and Conrad and I detonated 2 airbags and found that at 0.86 amps and 12 volts, we're able to detonate the airbag. We're able to trigger it, which was exactly what we were attempting to understand. And there's only 2 wires going to the airbag, and it looked like black worked fine as ground and red worked fine as positive, or white. White worked fine as positive and black worked fine as ground. And then tie rod adapter. Oh, Conrad also machined a tie rod adapter, which I'll quickly pan right here. So on the modular suspension knuckle, we took a piece of 1/4 inch aluminum angle, bolted into the bottom 2 holes, and then machined a 1/2 inch hole, which fit the metric bolt here, for the tie rod end. And that let us prototype this tie rod on the front, and it's fully adjustable. That way we can change the Ackerman angle of the car with just changing this piece. Its hole orientation here and its hole depth here changes the angle from the kingpin inclination to the steering angle straight through to the center of between the rear wheels of the car. What else did we do today?
Jeez, that sounds like about it.
I think that got it. And then we talked to these charming gentlemen about some ultra-efficient energy generation devices that they're working on, which is completely cool. And they'd like to do some of it in this shop. And I told them, yeah, absolutely. That sounds like a WIKISPEED project to me. We should do that.
Yay!
Yeah. So let's make that come true, too. Folks, that just about wraps us from Lynnwood, Washington, United States.